Published 2010 EDT, the 25th of August 2017. Updated 2115 EDT, the 25th of August 2017. The BBC could be forced to publish even more talent pay details next year, an MP has warned. Damian Collins threatened to close a loophole used to keep salaries of dozens of stars a secret. Speaking at the Edinburgh TV Festival yesterday, he said it is unacceptable for the BBC to use production firms to hide pay deals. It is wrong that how much David Dimbleby gets paid for presenting Question Time is not declared because he is paid via a production company rather than through the BBC directly, said Mr. Collins, chairman of the Culture, Media and Sport Committee. Damian Collins said it is wrong David Dimbleby's Question Time wages are not declared. He is someone who works for the BBC presenting a flagship BBC programme, yet what he earns is private because it is made by a production company. That I think is an anomaly that people rightly don't understand. The BBC has been forced to publish pay details of 96 stars on £150,000 or more, but the so-called rich list covered only stars who received that amount of money directly from the broadcaster. It was able to hide the pay of many major stars because they are paid by third-party firms. The corporation wants to use this loophole to hide the pay details of even more stars next year, because it has now spun off its production arm, BBC Studios, as a commercial company subject to the same rules. However, Mr. Collins said yesterday that would be unacceptable. What would be unacceptable is if next year, BBC Studios turned around and said all these people being paid on Strictly, we are now not going to disclose their salaries because we don't have to, the Tory MP told executives at the festival. Asked whether the government will force the corporation to publish pay details for stars paid off the books, he said all salaries over the threshold should be declared regardless of how they were paid. Mr. Collins was one of the driving forces behind the government's decision to force the BBC to publish its rich list. Mr. Collins' picture threatened to close a loophole used to keep salaries of dozens of stars a secret. Broadcasting chiefs warned that the BBC should brace itself to disclose pay details for all talent paid more than £150,000. Peter Fincham, a former BBC One boss who now runs a production company, said, "I'm afraid I agree with Damian. Now that the door is open, it is going to come open wide." Meanwhile, Nicholas Schindler, founder of Red Production Company, which makes Happy Valley, said the BBC should prepare for a second wave of public outrage because some salaries paid to stars via production firms are so large. A BBC spokesman said last night BBC Studios is a fully commercial business and not underpinned by public money. Equally, independent production companies are private businesses. We are buying programs from them, not talent.